Another thing that annoys me with everything to do with UFOs, what do you call an incredible witness? Hi guys, Rod here again. Today we're going to be doing a little bit different again. I'm going to be doing another UFO one because I quite like that and had quite a few views. So I'm going to stay on this little field for a little while and see what happens. Today it's going to be called Aliens Amongst Us. Reliable military UFO witnesses. Don't know what that means. We will find out. But I am going to be a little bit different this time because it's quite a long video. I'm going to split it in half and I'm going to have a part 1 and a part 2. But if I can't get between 15 and 20 likes, then I shan't bother doing the second half. Because if you obviously don't like it, it's no point in me doing it, is there? So we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, please, if you thought it was, you know, quite good and you want to see the second part, then just press that thumb button. You know, just give me a like, then I'll know whether to carry on with the next one. All right. For all you people that are new to the channel, just like I said, if you liked it, please subscribe. Don't forget to press that notification button. Any comments, and I'd like comments on this because I'd like to know your views on whether you believe in UFOs or not, or whether that's just a hoax or whatever. Who knows? I mean, I can only speak for myself and things I've seen myself. So, but like I say, you make your mind up whether you think that's right or wrong, and let me know below. All right, but don't forget to press that like button. That's critical for this one if you want to see the second half of it. All right. Anyway, without any further ado, we will get on with it and see what it comes out like. Here we go.
Liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis on a mission to build, resupply, and to do research on the International Space Station.
Houston now controlling. Atlantis begins its penultimate journey to shore up the International Space Station.
From the dawn of man, there have been many mysterious sightings and reports from the heavens. Some of these are depicted in caveman drawings from thousands of years ago.
Yeah, it does seem a bit.
This drawing
Stab at
comes
the old
from Itolo,
cave drawings.
Tanzania, and dates back over 29,000 years. It appears to
It's all right,
document
mate. I can't
UFOs
understand a
being
word
raised
of
to
what
the
that
ground
looks like.
with what seems to be impact marks on the Earth's surface. Proof of alien visitation continues throughout human history. Here we see a picture of Nuremberg.
It does seem to be
April
going a
14th,
long while,
1560.
doesn't it? You know, it's been
Hans
going
Glasser
on
was a
for
journalist
forever
of the 16th century.
about
He
visitors from
described a
different
mind-blowing
worlds.
event that occurred in the early hours of the morning. His drawing shows a sky full of strange objects flying back and forth and engaging as if it was
Certainly
an
strange
episode of Star
objects.
Wars, with spacecraft screaming through the skies and fire on the Earth. He reports many of the residents witnessed this event and they saw it as a sign of God. And then the Foo Fighters of World War II. Thousands of pilots reported
look,
mystery
you see the
orbs
lights?
buzzing their aircraft.
And this is
Well, on
World War II.
controlling the skies above Europe. This phenomena frightened both the Allied and Axis forces.
I mean, this is
believing
before
the other
anything
developed a
was
secret
really
weapon.
going on about
An entire
UFOs
where
before
technology
then.
had been moving forward with a destructive.
I mean, you can see shape of 3 there, and that's of pictures from what, 40s? By the looks of the bombers, 40, 42, 43, and yet that's obviously taken from another aircraft, and there still seems to be, is it a trick of the light? Is there something on his lens? Because don't forget, we're talking of cameras that are nowhere near as good as what they are today, but who knows? You know, like I say, comments below.
In fact, Churchill himself was inquiring into the subject, and it's believed he ordered a cover-up through fears of widespread panic. His memo here reads, "What does all this stuff about flying saucers amount to? What can it mean? What is the truth? Let me have a report at your convenience. Signed, Winston Churchill. 1947, Roswell. Arguably history's most debated UFO event. General William...
I've watched a lot of Roswell cases, and especially this one about the balloon. None of it rings true. None of it. Do you know what I mean? Even the bloke's come out now and admitted that, he was told what to say. So.
H. Blanchard ordered his press office to release a statement announcing a flying disc recovered from the desert of New Mexico, but 2 days later rescinded the claim. The cover-up began, military this time stating the wreckage recovered was a high-altitude weather balloon. How military, including a four-star general of the Air Force, could not distinguish the difference between a weather balloon and an alien craft just 2 days prior is almost as big a mystery as Roswell itself. As we move through modern times, the UFO phenomena has become a movement, with millions of people witnessing strange aerial phenomena. Technology looks to answer the age-old question, who or what is this phenomena?
I've had this discussion so many times. They're trying to tell us that it doesn't exist, which is absolutely fair enough if they're telling us the truth. You tell me, for you that are old enough, you go back to the first mobile phone. Now that took 1,000,000 years to get the first mobile phone. Since then, which we're talking late 70s, early 80s, correct me if I'm wrong, we've got telephones that have got more computer power now than what an office computer took up 2 rooms. And then all it could do was just do figures. They were just glorified calculators. Now, how have we gone that quickly, that fast, to get to where we are now? Only my opinion, alien technology. That's what I say. It's impossible. How could we have got so far advanced in such a short time? People have said, yeah, but computers, they computers nothing. Computers only know what you put in them. We aren't there yet where computers can think for themselves. So, just my opinion. Obviously, if you think someone else, leave a comment below.
My position now, I think, is that I believe that about 5% of these things are interplanetary. That is, they come to us from a world outside our planetary system, and that some of them are in fact inhabited by intelligent beings of some kind.
Not being horrible
some,
or anything.
Look as if they're
the way people used to talk,
controlled.
In them
The
days.
5% rule has become the status quo for the UFO phenomena. This refers to the amount of sightings reported to those that are thought to be real. This catchphrase can be tracked back throughout modern UFO history.
Yeah, 5% of all the millions.
I investigated each and every one of them, and I found that about 80% could be explained, 15% insufficient data, but 5% extremely interesting.
Here are some of the most compelling cases in recent UFO history that fit the 5% club. Rendlesham Forest. Over a 2-day period starting December 28, 1980, this nuclear-armed airbase located in Britain was subject to an invasion of unidentified flying craft. In this Larry King interview...
Do you remember me telling you in the last video, and if you didn't see it, please do so, about me and my missus was going through Thetford Forest yet again, wood there, forest there, and we've had this thing came through. It was 800 yards away from us. I was keeping up with the exact speed I was doing, and I was just going through the trees. And I weren't hanging around. I was doing probably about 70 miles an hour. Not because of that, because that was late at night and the road's completely clear. Only thing you really had to be careful was a few deer. But that whistle about a quarter of a mile from the end, and that was like snuffing a candle out. That just went out. Now it seems funny. That's all woodland here as well.
Colonel Holt
And that's near a military place.
The next series of events.
While we were in the field investigating, and we were actually looking for maybe burn marks on the ground from what was apparently dripping off this object, we noticed 3 objects to the north in the sky. They initially were elliptical. They were illuminated with multiple lights and were moving at high speed in sharp angular patterns. We noticed 2 objects to the south. One of them approached us at very high speed and sent down a beam. I would equate it now to a laser beam at our feet.
Who's the we, Colonel?
There were 5 of us. I took 5 people out to investigate.
What did your command superiors say?
At that time, my superiors were silent. It was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I was communicating with the command post. I did take an audio tape. In fact, I brought the original tape recorder with me. It's a little linear tape recorder that I carried around the base. And I made a tape recording, which is about 15 or 20 minutes long. It's rather famous now.
And did you play?
Another thing that annoys me with everything to do with UFOs, what do you call an incredible witness? I mean, they call them, a reliable witness, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. What, you got to have money? You got to be a doctor, a professor, an MP? I don't believe anybody until one of those sees something. And that's bloody ridiculous, because why can't they take people, obviously there's a lot of people out there going to monk it and whatever, but why can't they just take people and it riles me that you've got to be somebody before they take any bleeding notice.
For them?
Oh, definitely. I played it the next day.
What did they say?
Well, my boss took it to the 3rd Air Force commander to the staff meeting the following Wednesday and played it for the staff. The reaction of the staff, from what I'm told, is they didn't know what to do. And the general at that time said, well, it happened off the installation. It's a British matter. Let the British handle it.
We found a small...
Just like that. It's a British matter. Let them handle it. They don't want nothing to do with it. No, of course they don't, because they don't want to get involved. Just in case something happened.
What looks like a blasted or scrubbed up area here. We get very positive readings. What we assume is a landing site, all having a bridge and facing in the same direction towards the center. Never seen a pine tree as the damage react that fast. The indentations look like something twisted as it got, as it sat down on them. Looks like someone took something and sat it down and twisted it from side to side. Very strange. Getting a definite heat reflection off the tree, about 3 to 4 feet off the ground.
Yes, where the spot is.
Same place where the spot is. We're getting a heat.
Spot on the tree directly behind us. I picked up the same thing. One off to your right.
3 trees in the area, immediately adjacent to the site, within 10 feet of the suspected landing site. We're picking up heat reflection off the trees. This is eerie. This is strange. We are getting an indication of a heat source coming out of that center spot. We're hearing very strange sounds.
They're actually there as they're talking into this mic as that's happening. So folks, I wasn't there. I remember it, but I wasn't there.
The light's still there, and all the barnyard animals have gotten quiet now. Weird. It appears to be maybe moving a little bit this way. Yes, it's better than it has been. It's coming this way. It is definitely coming this way. Pieces of it are shooting off. There is no doubt about it. This is weird. Okay, we're looking
You can hear it in his voice. He's telling the truth as far as I'm concerned.
It's still moving from side to side.
That is a sign of fright. You can hear it in his voice.
Hollow center, a dark center. It's like a pupil of an eye looking at you and winking. Past the farmer's house and across in the next field, now we have multiple sightings of up to 5 lights with a similar shape and all. But
Multiple sightings.
steady now rather than a
But they're not a reliable witness. They're a farmer. They're a couple having a little bit of nookie. So they're not reliable.
Strange lights in the sky. Here he comes from the south. He's coming toward us now. Now we're observing what appears to be a beam coming down to the ground. This is unreal. And the flash is so bright to the star scope that it almost burns your eye.
Another compelling case study is Japan Airlines Flight 1628. On November 17th,
There's been loads of
1986,
sightings on
Captain
planes.
Kenju Teriyuchi was flying from Paris to an airport near Tokyo, Japan. They were on the Reykjavik to Anchorage section of the flight. At 5:11 p.m., the crew witnessed two unidentified flying objects to their left. These objects rose from below and closed in on the aircraft. Those two craft then departed, and a much larger disc-shaped object started trailing them. It was as if they had been scouted and hunted down. For the next 50 minutes, they were pursued by this unearthly craft through the Alaskan
50
darkness.
minutes.
That forced the pilots to request a change of course from the air traffic control. The pilot stated they had to get away from that object. Captain Teriyuchi said he could feel the heat from the intense glow of the object on his face. Here's a recording.
We were talking of a 747, Boeing 747, massive plane.
Spinner 1628 heavy. Deviations approved as necessary for traffic. Quite a big. Spinner 1628, sir. Do you still have the traffic? Disappeared. Spinner 1628, I understand you do not see the traffic any longer.
Almost immediately after this exchange, an urgent message comes in from Elmendorf Air Force Base.
Yeah, this 1S2. We have confirmed there's a flight size of 2 around your 1550 squawk. One primary return only. Okay, where is he following him? It looks like he is, yes. Okay, stand by. Spinner 1628 heavy. Military radar advises they are picking up an intermittent primary target behind you. In trail, I say again. Do you have anybody to scramble up there, or do you want to do that? We're going to talk to your liaison officer about that. It's the concern of Japan Airlines, actually 360 now, and still following. Okay, we're calling the military desk on this.
With military radar confirming the alien craft, and a pilot with over 10,000 hours of flying experience, this makes JAL 1628 one of the best documented cases in UFO history. It's worth noting that Captain Teriyuchi was grounded.
And they're still saying no. The trouble is, UFO. Just because it's UFO, unidentified flying object, doesn't mean to say it is an alien, does it? Because anything that they don't know what it is, it's got to be a UFO. Was it a military someone else? Russian? Japanese? You know, who knows? But we'll carry on.
By Japan Airlines for talking to the press, and was only reinstated as a pilot years later. With all the evidence and compelling information out in the public.
Just because he sees something and reported it because of all of the people who were at risk on that plane, they stopped him from flying. Because just in case he said something to the press, they had to keep it clear. So they waited for nearly 4 years before he could fly again. A man with that sort of back... The whole thing's a cover-up all the time.
It would be unimaginable that any denial would be in existence. Yet the very force that the people lock into power continues to subdue vital information on the very subject that could well unlock humanity's destiny. The cover-up dates back years. In 1952, General John Sanford held a press conference after government research into the subject of UFOs.
I'm here to discuss the so-called flying saucers. The Air Force interest in this problem has been due to our feeling of an obligation to identify, analyze to the best of our ability
too much pressure being piled on
that may have the possibility of threat or menace to the United States.
You can't have 2 or 3 million people a year saying they've seen things and they're all stupid.
We have received and analyzed between 1 and 2,000 reports that have come to us from all kinds of sources. Of this great mass of reports, we have been able adequately to explain the great bulk of them, explain them to our own satisfaction. We've been able to
your own satisfaction.
Hoaxes, as erroneously identified friendly aircraft, as meteorological or electronic phenomena, or as light aberrations. However, there have been a certain percentage of this volume of reports that have been made by credible observers of relatively incredible things.
Credible.
It is this group
You know,
of
not
observations
us.
that we
You
now
know, not the
are
normal
attempting
person.
to resolve. Our basic
Stuff
difficulty
you
in
didn't see
dealing with
nothing,
these
mate.
is that there is no measurement of them that makes it possible for us to put them in any pattern that would be profitable for a deliberate, custom sort of analysis to take the next step.
Mate,
We
but you
have,
see you're
as
reading
I
it,
state,
just
come
watch
to
your
only
eyes.
one firm conclusion with respect to this remaining percentage, and that is that it does not contain any pattern of purpose or of consistency that we can relate with to any conceivable threat to the United States. We can say that the recent sightings are in no way connected with any secret development by any department of the United States.
The government deception continues
So
even
if it
today.
isn't,
In an official statement from the Obama administration on the
gotta
subject
be
they
alien.
state, the US government has no
Once
evidence
you've
that
ruled
any
out
life
the
exists
obvious,
outside our planet,
whatever
or that
the
an
probability
extraterrestrial
is,
presence
must
has
be it.
contacted or engaged any member of the human race. The question has come up in several
So
White
you
House
say.
press conferences over the years, and the misinformation, joking, and stigmatizing continues.
Or a joke. Maybe it has. Part of a grand conspiracy. I'm not aware of any plans the president has to make public any information about this, but
does he feel he's gotten to the bottom of it?
Well, I know that he has joked publicly before about one of the benefits of the presidency is having access to that information. I don't know whether or not he has availed himself of that opportunity, but if we have more on this, we'll let you know.
At night, under cover of darkness?
Potentially.
But this is no joking matter. Although...
Right. We're cutting that from there. Alright. So that's part 1. Like I said, if I can get between 15 and 20 likes, then I will do part 2. Now, I don't know about you, but I thought that was really interesting. You know, but that really annoys me how you got to be a credible witness. You know, so what they do, calls all liars. You know, I know what I saw. Do you know what I mean? There's no two ways about it. I know what I saw. So, it's, trouble is, I've got to prove it, haven't I? You know, so I've kept it to myself virtually until such times as now. You know, but, there you go. That is what it is. Anyway, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed that. Please, please, please give me some thumbs up. Like I said, I need at least 15 to 20 to do part 2. Okay. That's about it, really. So, you know what to do. Keep your eyes up in the skies. See if you can see anything. And if you do, between now and hopefully the next one, leave me a note in the bottom. You know, leave some comments. Tell me you see something. Tell me, even if you haven't, you've seen some prior. Tell me. Let's get it out there. Let's let people see that, you know, we're not all bloody idiots like they seem to think we are. Anyway, off my soapbox. Like I said, keep your eyes in the skies. Till next time. I'll see you later. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that. Just going to do a little quick message now for all you people that may have some videos that you'd like me to react to. Please send them to me. All you got to do is go onto the copy bit, copy it, and then paste it onto my email address right there. And I'll come straight through to me without any problems at all. Alright, and obviously because of legalities, if I can do them, I will definitely do them. Alright, and I will pre-warn you first that I'm going to be doing them as well, okay? So, yeah, if you've got any that you'd like me to react to, just send them to that email address, okay? Alright, don't forget, if you old or new to this channel and you've not subscribed yet, please do so. Don't forget to press the notification button in the corner, and also don't forget to leave comments below. you like the video, that's the previous video there, okay? Just press on it and you can go back to that one and so on for all of them. Yeah, okay, so you look after yourselves and I'll see you later. Bye.